Hello everyone, welcome to Study Meal. Our today's topic is electronic waste, or we can say e-waste. Recently, the Global E-Waste Monitor 2020 report was released, according to which India is the third largest electronic waste generator. What is e-waste? What are the issues related to it? What measures can be taken to manage the e-waste? The answers to all these questions are discussed in the video. So let's get started. Let us first see what is e-waste. It refers to all items of electrical and electronic equipment and its parts that have been discarded by its owner as waste without the intent of reuse. According to Global E-Waste Monitor 2020 report, in 2019, the world generated 53.6 million metric tons of e-waste, an average of 7.3 kgs per capita, with 20% increase in just 5 years. It will increase by 38% between 2020 and 2030. Asia generated the highest quantity, followed by the Americas and Europe. Europe ranked first worldwide in terms of e-waste generation per capita with 16.2 kg per capita. Let us now discuss the issues related with e-waste. Number 1 is hazardous to human health. The presence of toxic substances such as liquid crystal, lithium, mercury, nickel, polychlorinated biphenyls, selenium, arsenic, barium, brominated flame retardants, cadmium, chrome, cobalt, copper and lead makes it very hazardous. Another issue is environmental effects of e-waste. The toxic materials from electronic devices are released into the body of water, groundwater, soil and air, affecting both land and sea animals. Improper management of e-waste also contributes to global warming. A total of 98 million metric tons of CO2 equivalents were released into the atmosphere from discarded fridges and air conditioners that were not managed in an environmentally sound manner. Another issue is low recycling capacity. Almost all e-waste contains some form of recyclable material, including plastic, glass and metals. However, due to improper disposal methods and techniques, these materials cannot be retrieved for other purposes. Only 17.4% of the total e-waste was collected and recycled globally. Next issue is dumping in developing countries. A large amount of e-waste from developed countries is dumped into developing countries. When electronic devices are dumped in these developing countries, the impact is detrimental to the environment of the country and health of the people. Even with international treaties such as Basel Convention on the Control of Transboundary Movements of Hazardous Waste, illegal shipment and dumping of e-waste continue to take place. Let us now discuss some of the measures that can be taken to manage the e-waste. Number 1 is formal collection of e-waste. E-waste is to be collected by designated organizations, producers and the government. This happens via retailers, municipal collection points or pickup services. Next is recycling e-waste. Recycling e-waste enables us to recover various valuable metals and other materials from electronics, saving natural resources, reducing pollution, conserving landfill space and creating jobs. The value of raw material in the global e-waste generated in 2019 is equal to approximately $57 billion. Next is improving end of life. The circular economy is a model of production and consumption which involves sharing, leasing, reusing, repairing, refurbishing and recycling existing materials and products as long as possible. In this way, the life cycle of products is extended. This is a departure from the traditional linear economic model, which is based on a take, make, consume, throw away pattern. It relies on a large quantities of cheap, easily accessible materials and energy. Next is e-waste legislation. Governments around the world are developing national e-waste policies and legislation to deal with the growth of end-of-life electrical and electronic products. Such a policies lay out plans or courses of action, indicate in a non-binding manner what can be achieved by a society, institution or company. India passed the first law on e-waste management in 2011. Next is e-waste data. The development of sound policies and legal instruments can only be achieved with better e-waste data. Understanding the quantities and flows of e-waste provides a basis for monitoring, controlling, and ultimately preventing illegal transportation, dumping, and improper treatment of e-waste. Next is create awareness. Create awareness on the environmental benefits of recycling among consumers. Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has initiated an e-waste awareness program under Digital India along with industry associations from 2015 to create awareness among the public about the hazards of e-waste recycling by the unorganized sector and to educate them about alternate methods of disposing their e-waste. So this was a brief picture of e-waste management and the rules relating to it in India. So this was all for now. I hope you found the video informative. If yes, do like and share. This is Astha signing off. Thank you.